Hello, and welcome to another episode of QuickeClicks from Delgado Adult Education Program. Today, we're going to talk about the symbols on your keyboard. Do you know how to operate the symbols on your keyboard? We have some on the top row, and we have these ones on the right-hand side. For many of these symbols, you have to hold the Shift button to make the keys work. See the blue button? That's the Shift. It makes your top row work. So here are the different keys that you have on the top. You have an exclamation point, help. You have the N. You have the @ symbol for at your email address. We have the hashtag, as in hashtag protest 2020, or the apartment number 34. And sometimes you are asked to press the pound sign when you are on the phone. This is the symbol they mean when they say press the pound sign. We have the money sign for $1 million. We have the ampersand, which means and, like in Sanford and Son. We have the percent sign, give it a 100%. We have the raised to the power of sign. This is called a caret also. You can do a lot of things, but the main thing you might use it for in a math class, if you wanted to say 2 raised to the power of 3 equals 8. Here's the asterisk. We see this very commonly when we do things on the computer, and they'll say they're required. You see that asterisk all the time. But you can also use it in a textbook to show like a footnote or a citation. Then there's parentheses, which we might use for many purposes, but again, we can use them in math, like 2 times 2 plus 6 is equal to 10. And then on the right-hand side of your keyboard, you have a bunch of other buttons. So we have the period. We have the comma, like right here, Jan, are you sure? We have the semicolon, which we can use before conjunctive adverbs and for a couple other reasons. We have a colon, which can be used for 7 different reasons, one being to show a ratio, like rice to water ratio. We have the apostrophe when somebody owns something. So Dave Chappelle's comedy is the best. I hope you would agree. We have the fancy brackets. We use these within text. We have the question mark. How is your day going? There's 3 different slashes. We use them in internet addresses, and when we're speaking, we might say and or slash or. We have a hyphen. Many of the numbers are hyphenated, and there's also a lot of hyphenated words we use that with. We have the quotation marks. The baby said peekaboo. We have the ellipses, which is tomorrow I will dot, right? That means to be filled in later, right? And then you might see this. You see this in the newspaper sometimes. You see a bracket, SIC bracket. That means that the misspelling in a quotation was already there before they put it in the newspaper. All right, so we made a little game out of these so that you can think about the names of all of the symbols. And while you're thinking of the names, the possible uses for them, you follow the arrows in the path the correct way till you get around the puzzle and into the lock. So here you have 2 options. You can go say it's a question mark or an exclamation point. Well, obviously it's a question mark, so that would take you here. Now, where do you go from there? And you just keep going around until you get to the lock. There's also another great game that you can find by searching Sporkle, name that punctuation. It goes through more punctuation marks even than we have shown here and lets you match them up. I thought it was very fun and informative, so I suggest playing that game. And just as a reminder, our new sections of classes will resume the week of June 15th. Your teacher should be contacting you between June 8th and 12th. If you have any questions, you could also reach out to them. And if you're not already a student of Delgado Adult Ed Program, you can join us by going to dccaap.org to sign up. Thanks, y'all, and see you next time.